So in the next tutorial I want to show you basically how you can actually use the alien tornado method, and I'm going to show you an example here which I published also earlier with the domain hobknocker.com. So as you can see, and as you know, I'm using SC Cockpit from Swiss Made Marketing, and I also mentioned earlier all the reasons and points why I'm going to use that specific software. But as you can see, I basically did my research. You see here like Hobknocker, that's a specific funny, I would say, like keyword. And I was identifying how that specific market actually is to have a monthly search volume from 5,400 per month, and the competition is actually, as you can see here, fairly low. Alright, so as you can see, when I was typing in that specific keyword, I get automatically from SC Cockpit relevant keywords, and these keywords are all related to that specific term here, which is called like Hobknocker definition, or the definition of a Hobknocker, define Hobknocker, Hobknocker on iCarly, which is a TV show, and so on. Now you can also see here that you do have different search volumes per month actually, and that's totally cool. And I have to say, I also consider, even if it's just 5 or 10, whatever you get, I consider all of them, because even if you see here that these are keywords which are lower in the search volume, you can also count it, and you see that it makes 1,520 monthly searches. So never underestimate that, because this is actually really powerful. And remember also, in the tornado method I'm using, you basically use all these keywords here as well. If this is your main keyword, and I can mark this here and can say like Hobknocker is what I want to mark and attack red, and I can say that all these keywords here are supporting my main target keyword, Hobknocker. So now, as you can see, I basically look also at the competition, and of course I'm going through an example here that has not as many relevant keywords actually, because I have other pages and properties I can show you then later, which have like 500 or 600. You see here like I have only 13, but it doesn't really matter, because the example I'm going to show you is it works always the same how you set it up, and this makes it actually much easier to explain and to show you, because we only have 13 relevant keywords. So basically I make sure that I select all these keywords, all of them, and I export them. As you can see, I can export all these selected keywords, and I make a copy, and that's about it. And then I make sure, if I'm going to write an article, a text, a page, I will make sure that I have hopefully all these keywords within my website and page. And now let me show you how that page looks like. I set the focus on the hobknocker.com page, and there are no other pages right now. I'm focusing just on this one, and keep in mind every page is a unique URL. So it doesn't matter if you click like on, you know, whatever videos and so on, and you will see here other funny pages. You see here, this hobknocker.com videos is his own unique URL, okay? But that's actually not what I'm basically looking for right now to rank. My goal was basically to make sure that with my main page I put all my keywords in it, and I want to rank with that. So what I did is, and you can see actually that article is super simple. It is really nothing special, and I also show that I'm going to use, and that I'm always using, like WordPress, the 2014 theme, and I did that also to show you that you don't need anything special. You can have an absolute free WordPress theme, and that's about it, because what it really counts, or what really is important, is that you do have that specific content. Now when you look, the pages I built are actually nothing special. You can see here that I have a little bit of a text and I have a few graphics and a few pictures. But what I did for sure is I made sure that I have all these keywords here within that specific page. And you know, when you look now and you check out like Hopknocker definition and you click it, then you see basically that I'm going to rank. I'm ranking here as number 2. So the only page that basically I think always was better than mine is the dictionary. I think they have, of course, here internal site links. It's pretty high. They have Facebook likes, Facebook shares. They have also more social engagement here that might affect it that also, you know, they outrank me as number 1. But to be honest, when you can see that this page is super simple with a few pages, I think in a total of 12 pages, and I'm ranking as number 1 or number 2 for other terms, in the top 10 of course, that's really fantastic. So also what you have to realize, I got actually a mouse rank from 4.4, which is actually very, very surprising. But it shows also, I think the page is now up since 6 months, that with the time as well, you gain more and more authority and also more traffic. And of course you can also go to, like I always mention, to SEMrush, and then you can type that in and you can check it out and you can look at the traffic here. Also what I want to mention is when you check SEMrush, when I call them and ask them why my traffic here is always lower, like in the Google Analytics, they came back to me and said like that they only consider like the first 20 pages within Google. So it will be always less actually, as you can see in Google Analytics, because Google Analytics is much more accurate and covers really all the traffic. But you can see here as well how I started in June 2014. As you can see, it is very stable. Started off here after a couple of months with 600, 1,400 visitors continuing, and then I have 2,000. If I follow, of course, my Google Analytics, I have like almost a double, 4,000, and that's always on all my other web properties the same thing. But as you can see, I'm ranking in the top 10 and I'm getting my steady traffic, and that's actually really, really wonderful. Well, as you can see, this is how I am using and adding basically you know, my keywords, what you can see here in these pages, and that's about it. Also what I would like to show you is when you click on types, videos, pictures or whatever, you see then that I created super small other articles, and the reason for that was because I wanted to support basically other pages with some specific keywords. And the crazy stuff is that these pages I actually like, I mean, this has not even, I think, 100 words, but it helps to support the internal linking, and you basically click then on the link and you get immediately at the main page, and it supports, as you can see, basically the term this Hopknocker, and it's called what is a Hopknocker in the linking and so on. And that's how everything is basically set up and structured. So fairly simple and easy. And that's how basically the page is set up and how you do it and how you spread it out. Of course, what I'm going to show you, and you see here as number 2 for Hopknocker definition of Hopknocker number 2. Here I'm at number 3 for define Hopknocker. Hopknocker iCarly is on number 6. What is a Hopknocker is again on number 4. Meaning of a hop knocker is like number 2. Definition of a hop knocker is number 2. Hop knocker mean is like number 4, and so on. So this is the first simple example, of course, I wanted to show you, but for me the most important stuff is hopefully that you understand there is no crazy stuff behind that. It's just basically you write your content and you make sure, like I showed you in the Tornado method, that you pick all these keywords and you put them into your page. So for instance, hop knocker definition, if you go like to the main page, then you should find the word. If you go like find hop knocker definition. So here we go. And that's about it. And also what I do is I don't repeat this many times. I have it maybe in here like 2 times, as you can see, and that's about it, you know. And so I do this for definition of a hop knocker, define hop knocker, what is a hop knocker, and so on. So as you can see, this is the easiest explanation so far and example I can show you, because it's very simple to see, like with 13 keywords, how you can set it up and how to use other pages to support that. Again, when you go like to comedians, and I made some funny other pages where like you know, they support basically all the stuff with the main page and set a link to it. That's about it. So some videos in it, some pictures in it, and it's actually fun, that page. But there's nothing I'm selling on that page. It was basically also for testing how you can rank. So there is no product or service or anything. It's just about testing ranking. Also, I want to mention, of course, I am ranking also in other countries or with other high competitive markets, in web properties, for instance, in Germany, on the money market, where I have a complete different you know, competition, but I have about like 20,000 visitors per month, and I built in a very strong competitive market pages exactly the same. It's also built with WordPress, and it's also I'm also using the 2014 theme, and I'm using, of course, my Alien Tornado method. Of course, the pages are bigger, and I have many more keywords I'm using for every single page than you can see here with the 13, of course, but it works exactly the same way.